Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at one of the game's noblest and bravest characters. One of Messmer's loyal soldier. Just look at him. Tough, tenacious, determined, brave, and ready to follow orders. Even crazy, illegal, immoral orders. It's what soldiers do. Follow orders, damn it. It's how they get promoted and get all those shiny medals on their chest. In this video, we're going to explore the lives of this class of soldier. Who are they? Where did they come from? Why do they serve their master, Messmer the Impaler? And what can they teach us about military service, duty, and the lives of soldiers throughout time, past, present, and future? As all Elden Ring veterans know, there are soldiers everywhere in this game. In Caelid, taking on beasts with spears and advanced military weaponry, like this high-tech fire tank here. Look at those brave men sacrifice their lives for their country, their lord, their god. But in the DLC, in the shadow of the Erd Tree, we encounter an exceptional soldier, a general's soldier, Messmer's soldier. Give me 100,000 of these men, and I'll conquer the world. They are everywhere, patrolling, vigilant, sometimes accompanied by their flaming red firehounds, alone, in pairs, always ready to challenge. They're not fancy soldiers, not like those feathery cuckoo knights in Liurnia of the Lakes. Their helm has the symbol of a tree on it, not much different than the cross on the helms of past religious crusades. Their weapons consist of the large metal shield, the axe, and the gut-piercing spear. All formidable and deadly weapons in the right hands. And finally, the Messmer Soldier Ashes, which grants you two valiant, fearless Messmer soldiers like yourself to engage in lively, invigorating threesome battles to spice things up a bit. If, you know, that's how you like it. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirits of two of Messmer's soldiers. One soldier wields an axe, while the other wields a spear. Both of them are adept at charge attacks. My kind of guys, hackers, stabbers. These soldiers belong to the ignoble Penal Battalion, and were buried hidden from the Shadow Tree's sight. Penal Battalion. That tells you everything you need to know about these men. Ex-cons, criminals, murderers, thieves, assassins. Overdue books from the library. God only knows what these vicious killers have done to get themselves conscripted into Messmer's army. Using convicts as soldiers is nothing new. There's nothing new in warfare. The Russians have emptied their prisons to fight in the Ukraine war. Hell, even the legendary Spartans drafted their slaves into battle. Because what you need to be victorious in any war are the bodies of loyal, brave, courageous men, willing to litter the battlefield for whatever reason or cause their leaders have committed them to, and to take the fight right to the enemy's back door. Stab him in the back if need be. Now that's what I'm talking about. Initiative, gumption, dirty tricks. Bravo, man, bravo. And destroy their ability to wage war against you. This is why you need loyal, completely dedicated soldiers who understand the chain of command. Understand how the business of warfare works. Luckily for us, we have a good understanding of Messmer's army chain of command. At the top, we find Mr. Messmer himself. The old snake in the grass. The mesmerizing, charismatic leader. There's always such a man who emerges in human history. Alexander the Great, Washington, Napoleon, and now, you. The greatest of Messmer's soldiers to rise through the ranks, conquer the challenges, and achieve the top rank of the new Elden Lord. Under Messmer are his loyal Fire Knights. They are rumored to have personal relationships with Messmer. Perhaps they play chess or watch movies together. We're not told what they do when they hang out, but they are close. Next in the chain of command are the Black Knights. Heroic, towering figures, clad in iron armor. They lead, they command. They are the field generals who demand respect from their men. Then there are Messmer's soldiers, our heroes, the true soldier. And lastly, the common soldier. We know nothing about these common men, other than their commonness. They're the scrubs, the countless privates and lower ranks, although no less important in warfare. They will make up the bulk of these men. And there we have the chain of command, in this never-ending supernatural war of the gods and goddesses of this fantastically brutal and violent world. The inscription for Messmer's soldier's armor tells us it is a ragged cloak, draped over rusted mail. Nothing special there. But it also says, though the chest piece features a shadow tree motif, gold has been used for its engraving. A small consolation to those forced to wage a war without grace or honor. What is this about waging war without grace or honor? Alas, this is the bane of all soldiers in all wars, to have no grace or honor in war. And what does it feel like to fight a war? To go to hell and back, and yet return without grace, without honor? Is that not the worst that can happen to a returning warrior? I can think of nothing worse than wasting brave, honorable men for nothing, for no gain, for folly, to feed the egos of lesser, base men who know nothing of leadership, discipline, or honor. We are familiar with such wars in our world. The Korean War, the Vietnam War, the war in Afghanistan. What for? What was gained? What was lost? These wars fought without a clear victor, without the achievement of the goals that started the war. Such folly, such waste of fine men and material. And so, Messmer's soldiers fight an endless war without grace, without honor, without purpose. Which is why, perhaps, they are such fearsome fighters. They have nothing to lose, and nothing to gain. Which is why, when you play as one of Messmer's soldiers, you are unstoppable. And when you go out of your way to find the Messmer soldier's ashes, you are now a triple threat to all creatures large and small. We will demonstrate their abilities for those of you who doubt my analysis. Watch as they totally destroy this giant. They hack, they slash. Perfect soldiers at your service. Too bad we can't deploy these guys in real conflicts. And once these professional assassins obliterate whatever they attack, like General MacArthur once said, old soldiers don't die, they just fade away. So long, soldiers, until next time. And they don't ask for money, or retirement, or GI bills, or anything of the sort. Just a little FP from the Blue Flask. And so, if you want to start a new game plus run playing as one of these awesome Messmer's soldiers, you'll have to come here. Follow this fairly easy path down the side of this mountain. You might want to make sure to do it in daytime. You're bound to fall to your death at night. It's very dark. Slide down the ladder, release your two brothers in arms, and run through this area, where there are about 9 Messmer's soldiers that will eventually drop everything you'll need. Look at how well the big shield does against them. After a while, you'll be ready to return to the round table, ready to head into New Game Plus with futuristic weapons from the realm of the shadow of the Erd Tree to the lands between. And continue to wage warfare, because that's what soldiers do. Just keep grinding out this run, and eventually the shield, the axe, the entire armor set, and the spear will all drop at your feet for you to collect. Your spoils of war. All of these weapons are excellent, versatile, and will simply crush everything in New Game Plus. They won't know what hit them. And you, the lowly soldier fighting a war without honor, will rise to the very pinnacle of power and make your mark in the annals of history, legend, and lore. Thanks for watching. For those of you who've served, I thank you for your service. Don't forget to subscribe. That is a direct order, soldier. I'm retired General Puffy Chest Armstrong, and I'll see you next time on Pre-Medina TV.